Good morning from Glasshouse Aquatics. I hope you guys have had a great beginning of your week. It has been chilly here. It got 36 last night, so I think we're up to 51, but it still feels a bit chilly. Shorter cold spells now, and soon on its way to full-time spring, probably summer. We usually just transition quick over here. I'm down in the fish room, obviously, and I'm checking on everybody. Y'all, I have a lot of mamas that I think are ready to drop fry, and actually some of them are being stubborn. So look at them. It's kind of been like a revolving circus down here the last couple days. I haven't filmed, but I've had 2 females in here, one in this little breeder box and then one here. These are both bluegrass, and they are fat. Like, they look like they are ready to drop. So I'm thinking I'm going to put them on a little regimen of maybe walking, getting their labor going, something, eating some spicy food. I don't know. But, yeah, they need something. Look at them. Look at her. She's big. So I don't know if they're just not quite ready yet. Maybe I need to change up their scenery. Maybe they're not liking it in here. You know, I've toiled with some different ideas. Some people put like a lot of coverage in a tank and they'll drop the fry and they'll take the moms out. And that's a possibility too, as opposed to putting them in one of these little tiny breeder boxes. I just don't like them in there very long because they can't swim around a whole lot in there. And to me, that just, it's not natural. I think a more natural situation is probably better. They're happier. I do have some that drop fry in a breeder box. I had some red ones do that the other day. And I know I've showed you guys these. They're doing really well in this little box. They won't stay in there too long. As soon as they're big enough, I'll transition them over to a bigger tank. And I've got another little scenario going on over here. I've got a little hydroponic bin that's actually pretty good size. I've put some Java moss in here, and then there's actually a fake plant floating because I want to go get some live plants that float to the surface. And I was thinking if I do it kind of a more natural way, I'll have some stuff on the bottom for the fry to get into, and then once they start swimming and learn how to swim to the top, which is very quickly, they can go and hide into like a floating plant. So I may go in the next couple days and look for some floating plants to go into some of these tanks. Especially if I'm going to have more than one fish, then a floating plant would be very beneficial. But she looks like she's doing okay in there. I actually, the other day, put 2 females in here, which was super weird. I put her in there too, and they were like picking at each other. So I don't know if they were just in a bad mood or what was going on, but I separated them again. And I don't know. I'm about ready to just take her back out because I'm just not sure if she's ready. I'm going to go through different things, and you know, each fish is different. One of them might be fine in the breeder box and drop fry, and another one might totally not like it. So it's going to be an experiment. And over here, this is my situation. So I've got the breeder mop in here. That's because I don't have my floating plants yet, and they needed some cover. But I will say I'm not too keen on the breeding mops. For one, it's just not a live plant, which doesn't do a whole lot for the aquarium as far as water parameters and using up some of the nitrates in the water and things like that, but it also sheds. I had one in one of these tanks down here, and I noticed all these little pieces coming off of it, and it was on the filter. So I'm going to remove these and hopefully replace them with the plants that I get tomorrow or the next day. But for now, since I've got these 2 ladies out in here, I had one female in a basket and one out in the tank. But the female that was in the basket, she'd been in there for a little while, longer than what I really wanted her to be in there. And I thought it was time to just get her out into the tank, because sometimes I think if they're in there a while, they get stressed. So hopefully this will work now that they got plenty of cover if one of them drops fry. And then I can take her out and bring her back to her home tank. And the babies are just doing good. I also moved all of my black Moscow fry over here and combined them with these others. They're almost 2 weeks old, and they've done pretty good. I moved them over yesterday. There's quite a few little fry in here. I think I'm going to go get a few more of these 6-inch pots. I think that's what these are. I like these because these plants have grown, especially like this lutea, and it fits really good into that, and I think it's a good size for this tank right here. And then down here, we've got more mamas going on. This one was with my special color over here in this tank, the one that was the orange and blue, and she's a bluegrass. So I don't know what her babies will be. They could be blue, they could be orange, they could be something else. So I'm just gonna put her in a tank with my special colors, is what I'm gonna call it. Next door, I have a bluegrass female in here that's massively big. She has got to be dropping fry soon. I don't know. I can't imagine she'd go much longer. She's overdue. Bless her heart. Goodness, how uncomfortable. And then next door, I have another little spawning mop, which I've had that one for a while. It's kind of... I'm going to take this one out too and replace this one with plants, but I've got 2 bluegrass females in here. And you can see that they're both about to pop too, so they need to be on a walking regimen tonight. Spicy food, something, I don't know, we'll get them going. Jumpstart their labor, but I don't see any labor signs yet, but who knows. But they're both big, and I had one in a little breeder bin, and I could just tell she's wanting out. She's just like swimming back and forth, like trying to get out, like looking for a spot to get out. So I took her out too, I caved, and I am definitely thinking the plants will help in just all these that I dropped the mamas down into. So we'll be filling these up with something. I was looking for guppy grass, but it's kind of hard to find in my area. This is like water sprite, and if you can get it thick, I think it would be good. Verdict still on her name. We've not done a name yet. I think I might put a poll out that we can like vote on her name. One of the names I have for her is maybe like Vivian. I just thought that was cute. And Ellie Mae and Pink. So I've got those 3. I had another one I was thinking of, but it's left me. So throw some names out, y'all. We're going to do a poll. I may just put like several different ones on the poll and everybody can vote. I was also wanting to see if I could get her to hand feed with these little pellets right here. She hasn't like wanted to go near me when I would stick my hand in the tank when I first got her. She's starting to get a little bit more comfortable with me when I put my hands in the tank, so I'm going to put one of these pellets down. I'm going to see if she'll eat it. Let's see if I can get one she can hold up here. Ooh. She wanted to. Come on. Come on. She's eyeballing it. Look at her. Oh, gosh. Oh. She tapped my finger. She didn't get a hold of it though. Oh, she's upset about, oh, I dropped it. Let's try it again. The little guy, which I named Sunny, he won't come over there. He's more skittish than her. She's still chewing now though, so it's gonna take a bit. Look at her. That was a big old piece. Come on. It's not that bad. I'm not that scary. Oh, he wants to. He's just thinking about it. And these fry right here, the biggest ones, they are actually almost at the juvenile stage. So we are getting very close to 2 months old, which is about a week and a half away for these guys. And at that point, I consider them juvenile. They can be reaching sexual maturity. I can actually, if I can get them to stay still, determine the sex on a lot of these. You can see like the dark spot on the back of them behind their abdomen, and that's their gravid spot. And those are females, and you can start to see the coloring on their fins. A few of these I've actually got sold to somebody that contacted me, so they will be shipped out next week. I've got some supplies to do that. I'm going to be putting them in a box with insulation and some heat packs, some 3-day heat packs. Bag them up really good in several bags, and hopefully they'll do well and make it to their new home. There's a local aquatic store that really specializes in plants, but they usually get their plants in on Thursday or Friday, and today's Wednesday, so I may wait and go there probably Friday before he can get them all out and everything and see what they've got. There's also another store down from it that usually it's like a big box. It's more of a big box store, but sometimes if you can find some really good plants in there too. I actually got the lutea from that one, which I love because it's filled out super good. Got a lot of good hiding places if I were to get into that as well. I also got my snails from him too, and I need some more of these for sure. They're keeping my glass clean, and some of the tanks just don't have enough. And to be honest, I may take a few out and put in the greenhouse because they would probably multiply in there. I just gotta find something to put them in. Alright, let's try again. She got it! Yay! Y'all see how boxy she is in the front? She has got to be dropping fry very soon. I bet we're gonna have babies today. It has turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day. There's not a cloud in the sky. There might be one over there. I don't know. It is so pretty out, and it feels amazing in here. My driftwood is still soaking. We've still got floating going on. I don't know how much longer it's going to be, but it is what it is, and that's that. My pitcher plant looks really good. Happy about the sun, I'm sure. These are my little propagated ones, and they've got pictures on them. I've got to repot these. These I bought at a local nursery. Just found them as a little surprise. They don't often have stuff like this. They were small, but they grew over the winter. And I've got to repot all of my husband's palm trees because they have grown out of their pots and getting quite large. This one is always putting off a new leaf. You can see in the center. I'm sorry, I probably should have turned off my vent fan. I forget that when I walk in here until I hear it on the film. But yeah, my duckweed flourishing down there. I keep saying it, but I'm gonna get, I think this area right here, I'm gonna take this bench. This bench was in my flower garden last summer, and I'm gonna move it out and put just something a little bit smaller. Maybe move that and then get me like a thing to put some fish in and some plants out here. I need to make a spot for my snails. I keep saying that, but when I go out either tomorrow or Friday, I'm gonna look for some type of bin that I'm gonna let my snails breed in. Alright guys, I'm about to wrap it up down here for a little while. I'll probably be back down here in a few hours, I'm sure. I come down here quite often during the day, even if it's just to sit and enjoy the fish. I love doing that. I thought I'd let you guys peer into each one of these tanks because I get enjoyment from them, and I'm sure some of you all out there do, and enjoy. Oh, wait a minute. I just saw a baby. Okay. I thought I did. Oh, that might have been my Pleco. Pleco's baby. Oh, we're going to have to look around. Okay, more invest. Oh, no, wait, it's a fry. There it is. Okay, it's in the Java moss. So she must be currently dropping fry. Maybe that was the first one. I don't know. I didn't see any earlier today. Okay, we'll have to update on that later. I'm going to keep an eye on her in just a minute. But this is what we got going on. I'm going to tend to this female and see if there's any more babies in there. I'll update you guys probably on the next video regarding that. I got to head in and finish up dinner, and And I hope you guys have had a wonderful and blessed day, and see you all on the next video.